Blue curtain. See what I've done cleverly is use the rooftop scene style sky, and I made the sky too, just to let you know, because it's Spielberg, so you got to do stuff like that. Got to be big. No, thank you everyone for being here. I will keep it short, but to let you know, Blue Curtain, and there are many spoilers in here, so I'll let you know. Chris Rock, Kevin Hart, thank you guys for being here, because that's a great segue. You see, I'm dressing up for the occasion. Don't worry about the hair; it's from Easton. See, the other one's coming in, just like the fine sushi baby. You see, we're coming down to earth, and see, it brings it down with the plane. Look at Baz Luhrmann's red curtain pertains to his things. What I'm calling blue curtain, and this will apply. And this is where we get to have a lot of fun talking and defining the best practices, best tips and techniques for everything. By the way, this look came about thanks to a going through period with Mr. McConaughey and some of his book pals, his library friends. See, that's why he's a perfect Mr. All. And okay, but again, on that same topic, three things. Quick recap: 1, 2, 3. Road to Chicago. Prelude contains the Road to Chicago chapters as series that have expanded and include also The Gentleman. Okay, but again, today's topic, I'm looking at time frames and timing this, and that's where the spoilers come in. But look, okay, the script's out there, get going. But with this also, Chris, so you see what's going on. It ties into everything perfectly. What I'm discussing is this blue curtain. In the case of People's Estates, in the case of the Elvis estate and the Presleys, there's that, okay? But despite everything else, it was done right because it was done with the involvement of the estate, okay? With the Capones, we need to involve the Capone granddaughters, that they see with this, and they'll also add extra input. We're already having the best Capone in the world because you've got all these directors looking in on this, okay? Look at it. I'm not falling down drunk whatsoever, okay? But if I were, it would get through this at this point with all those directors. They see it. It's so fantastic, guys. No one's ever seen this. And here's why. There's Epic and Epic and Epic Plus. You got to go back to the days of Sergei Eisenstein on how he saved film, and you'll see that carriage baby stroller scene was stolen, complete stuff. No further than that. Go back to Ulysses and the Greek poems, the Iliad, the Odyssey. Okay, so when I say epic or EGU, Extended Gangster Universe, this is what I mean. However, respecting that and including that, not the however, including that is respect for each of those productions in its entirety. Here, a quick example: Fargo. Okay, let's say, because now we have opportunities by me showing you what I'm showing you to go in and expand roles, but in doing it, here's where the blue curtain comes in. There needs to be a commission formed so that we do this across whoever is writing with what, and this will begin the illustration of that. Okay, it is a commission. It's starting with a writer's commission, but it's a preservational one. This entire exercise, don't forget, my entire gig, the whole thing, please apply it if you like. It's in order, preserve, enhance, and futurize. And now we have things to look back at in order to blend all those elements into the best mixture possible. And that's what I'm looking to achieve. That's what we are achieving. Okay, it's just phenomenal. So, with that in mind, what I'm focusing on in these all parts, I explained previously what's in the plus part. Okay, the Prelude Plus is what I think I called it. Okay, so this is the plus part. All this plus part, it's not those chapters that already exist for Fargo that I've outlined, for Peaky Blinders that I've outlined, but you see where all that's leading. It's leading to all these, well, lo and behold, Chicago. But guess what, guys? Nucky Thompson dies. Nucky Thompson dies? No, he doesn't. In real life, he lived about 85, eating snakes and lobster every day, listening to the planes fly over his house in would-be Mansionville. That's all right. He's got a pen, a big one. So with that in mind too, that's my night. Thank you for the segue. That takes that narrative, and now all of those narratives, and expands it. How did I fix Nucky? He was shot a little bit in his cheek with the one bullet. It was a bad bullet that he gave Darmody, and he also had a pork loin in his vest, and that dodged the other bullet. Because what I'm doing is, preserving that entire Showtime Boardwalk Empire narrative. Thanks Paramount for buying or keeping Showtime, as I've advised. And now we preserve all that. I'm focusing on certain parts of it, but now you see the audience can go in there and go through all of that. But here's where the preservation continues. So please listen. The Blue Curtain. Now, aside from the cast that I'm selecting, any and all of the writers, costume designers, lighting, etc., from that time or for those scenes, I want back in there so as to preserve, okay? And as we're putting this together, and we put out, like I said, we'll put together something Band of Brothers style for Road to Chicago, which are like the 400 chapters. Let's call it 500 chapters, because I put more stuff at the end with Peaky. Okay, but Peaky Blinders is important because their whole season 5 refers to movie 1, Road to Perdition. Really important. Okay, yes, I'm carrying this on. I was not able to do any of this stuff had Max Allan Collins, the original writer, not taking the time to do all that. Really, he's put down as a Capone historian. So through all of that, we have all of that historical accuracy in these writings that continue from Road to Purgatory, Return to Perdition, and I'm sorry, Road to Paradise. Okay. As I looked at the timelines, I stopped myself from going into the timelines, even though I wrote the whole adapted screenplay and hyperscript plus new methods. That's what we're all putting in here, guys and gals. Even though I put all that in there, okay, I stopped myself methodically from not going into it and back into it until I had to. Okay. Once I did, I know it was method, but true method all the way. That meaning that it never stops in the mind. It never stops in the mind. If I'm making voices or characters, that's in there. That phrase or sonic is in my mind coming out. Okay. So again, because of the money and to keep with our schedules and get everyone in there and keeping everyone fresh, I'm going really, really fast. And also, like children, you're my children, I put boxes out. Market makers on Wall Street put boxes out and would go have golf at 2 o'clock. I put all this stuff out early because I know we're working the different time frames. All right, getting back to the Blue Curtain. So with that is the Blue Curtain, okay? But it's Blue Curtain to in and of writers, preserving those shows. If we're getting scenes from the Highwaymen, okay, it's all that with that, and that segues in. We're going to have to do a little, but basically, I fixed all of the 3 fixes that had to be there, and the plus, the Prelude Plus part is helping me fix that more, because then it explains it's a fever dream for Ness. It's a fever dream for Ness, him pushing Nitty off the roof. Nitty doesn't die until suicide, till much later. That comes in, no spoilers, but spoilers, okay? Spoilers, there it is. Nitty dies by suicide, but he dies by suicide in real life, you see? So when, Matthew, now you get what I'm saying about the gentleman, okay? I don't know. In order for me to follow that playbook, like you've said, I have, and the parts I've outlined, I can riff. Okay, the Hollywood part I got on. Otherwise, I would not be here. Thank you for letting me hear. But the parts that were outlined were only outlines, okay? All of this in between stuff is really big. I can't continue to riff if I don't know those playbooks, and that meaning the series and what the shows are on Fargo, etc. And so that's why reaching out to them and putting this broadcast out to the writers will help them and see where I'm going, see what we're all going for. Going, oh, I see what Don's going for, and it's this time period, and this is what happened. This is why I put this out there, because, well, yeah, the safety playbook. The other safety playbook, and I'll conclude with this, is following the playbook of Paramount with what happened with The Godfather. All of the settings are right for the very same thing, including the turnaround of Paramount, and that's been in progress for a while now. This could have gone anywhere, but it's not one of those things where you're shopping into everyone and everything. It is a labor of love. It's a labor of passion. Okay. And there's a lot more. And lastly, on the terms of aging, it's going to be 3 different types of aging. Actual age for Road to Purgatory, and whatever we decide to put in. Okay, all the ages that were and are in all of the Road to Chicago chapters, which include Peaky Blinders, etc. You see, and so as people are looking and developing their material, hang on a second, because quickly with this is part of rushing to get to that commission. But the commission is, we all have this common understanding, not AMTP, but we have our understanding of this blue curtain. The Blue Curtain Committee, the BCC, let's call it, okay, the Blue Curtain Committee, that we all have an understanding that we're going to preserve each other's things and those characters because we realize how, in order to do that, we have to preserve history. That's it. Everyone loves you, just like me. I love you so much, guys. Have a great day. All the best. Forget the rest. And eat sushi.